It was, yeah, I
Why
guess
MIT?
why MIT? I was considering like early high school. I had like two potential paths I wanted to go down. One is I was actually obsessed with being a doctor. In high school. Like I really, really wanted to go be a brain surgeon. It was like one of my lifelong dreams to do. And so A&M ran this program called InMed, where you get an engineering degree and a doctorate. And I wanted to go basically build robots to help people do surgery as a surgeon. And then the
Well,
other,
hold on. Where do you come up with this as an 18-year-old kid? 17, 18-year-old. Well, actually, you said early high school, right?
yeah, this would have been,
Where are you coming up with this shit? I mean, most, what, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids are not thinking about building robots to do fucking brain surgery. I mean, I don't even think that was a thing when you were 15. What is that, 7 years ago?
it was, people were talking about it. I don't know. I've been obsessed with the brain for a while. So it's another funny story about me. When I was in fifth grade, I stole my mom's credit card, borrowed my mom's credit card, and I went and bought a microscope and two sheep's brains.
And two
And
sheep's brains.
talked to my mom or
Where do
my
you get a sheep's brain?
online because they sell them for med schools and stuff. And so I talked my sister into helping me, and she and I were like, okay, we're gonna put out a YouTube video where we dissect a sheep's brain. And I think I somehow made convinced my teachers to count it as a project that I had to do. My mom, I didn't. She opened the freezer and there were two sheep's brains in there, and I think that anyway, it was a long story. But that YouTube video is out there somewhere of my sister and I like dissecting a sheep's brain back in the day.
That's out there?
I'm sure it
Do you
is.
have it?
I don't. I can find it.
Send it in. I want to overlay it during this
I'll try
part.
to. It's pretty embarrassing, but I'll
That's
try
cool.
to.
That's your story, though. You got to think of this. Either this is a fucking legacy piece, even though you're only 22 years old, you got to think like this is your life story, how you think, who you are, and so if you have kids one day and if they have kids and they have kids, I mean, they're going to watch this.
That's true.
You know what I mean? This is your legacy piece.
All right, I'll send in the video. No, it's
So,
true. I appreciate you. It's funny. I don't talk or even think that much about all this stuff. So it's fun to sit down and talk about. So yeah, I mean that was one obsession, and then the other one was what I ended up doing, which was going and focusing on the war side, either fighting or building things. COVID is what changed it actually. So I had gotten in summer after sophomore year, I had gotten into this research program to go and do medical research with UT Austin. It was like I got taken that so seriously, getting into that was super excited. COVID happened my sophomore year, that all shut down. And so that's when I truly got into knife making, is I had nothing to do but build knives. And I totally would have gone the other path